This is your Bible Geeks Daily Download, Echo Chambers. Are you living in an echo chamber? If you've never heard of one before, here's a simple definition. An environment in which a person encounters only beliefs or opinions that coincide with their own, so that their existing views are reinforced and alternative ideas are not considered. Though you won't find this phrase in the Bible, there are countless examples of people collecting themselves together and refusing to listen to the plain evidence around them. Let's look at a few times where God's people refused to listen and see how dangerous living in an echo chamber can be. Living in an echo chamber destroys unity. After Solomon's death, his son Rehoboam sought advice on what to do with God's people in 1 Kings chapter 12. Instead of listening to the wisdom of the older counselors, he went with the foolish plan of the younger men. No doubt he already had in his mind what he wanted to do, and when he found others who agreed with him, he abandoned the advice of the elders. Eventually, his harsh treatment of the people led to the fracturing of Israel. Closing our ears and refusing to listen is still a problem for us today. And when we refuse to be open to another way of handling a situation, we risk isolating others and shutting them out. So are your ears open to the counsel of others? Or have you already made up your mind? Living in an echo chamber fuels prejudice. When Jesus preached in his hometown, the people were filled with prejudice. They were offended by him and lowered him to the status of a carpenter's son, refusing to believe in Matthew chapter 13, verses 53 through 58. As a result, Jesus was forced to move on. We can also reject an important message purely based on prejudice today. If we judge the one presenting the truth as unworthy of listening to, we'll close our ears and write them off. Operating in an echo chamber, we'll use any excuse to dismiss the evidence. But are we willing to hear a truthful message without respect to the messenger? And finally, living in an echo chamber promotes misinformation. During Jesus' trial in Matthew chapter 27, many of the same people who had just days before shouted, "Hosanna to the Son of David," were now shouting, "Crucify him." So what changed? The people allowed the rumors and false accusations to cloud their mind, rather than looking back to the evidence of Jesus' ministry and his miracles to guide them. May God help us if we ever allow rumor and misinformation to guide us. Rather than investigating the facts, do we accept the words of others as truth, or are we digging for the truth? Collecting ourselves together with people of common beliefs is one of the great blessings of the church. But let's always be careful not to shut our ears to the possibility that we still have more to learn. Thanks for tuning in, and may the Lord bless you and keep you today.